computer, you have to hit OK. Anyway.
That's it. Just turn me on, turn me up, and turn me loose.
And I'm live. Not we're live, but I'm live. Hey, let me start by saying so sorry to our guest today, to Misty and Greg, Roger. So my internet went down. Well, it was down this morning whenever I woke up. It was having problems last night, but it was down this morning whenever I woke up. And at like whatever 12 o'clock or so, I had to talk to the guest and tell them I had to reschedule because my internet is so sketchy. Having said that, though, I'm getting what they call it, fiber optic, pulled up to the house probably in about a month from now. So then we should not have any more problems. And the only reason I'm doing this right now is because I feel bad about there not being a show today. And this is something that I had thought of and pre-recorded a couple weeks ago. So it's ready to go. I was going to do a whole show explaining everything, but this show is just going to be impromptu. And I'm going to show it to everybody and see what you think about it. You can say whatever you want. But before I go there, so number one, sorry about the internet going down. No regular show today. It was planned, but shit happens. Number two, there was a big turnout at the Tennessee Wildman Conference, McMinnville, Tennessee. And I mean, Roger was there. Greg and Misty were there. Flat Rock was there. Just like a ton of people. Kumbo was there. A ton of people were there. MK Davis, everything. It's normally a pretty big showing anyway because of the location. And, a lot of those people are known in the community and they show up there. Anyway, looked to be a really, really good event. I wish I could have gotten to go. I think Ashby was there. Kevin Ashby. If you got to go there, well, he probably did. Damn it. I'm just mad that I couldn't get to go, but my schedule is, my wife works on the weekends and I work during the weeks. So I have to take that stuff off 3-4 months ahead of time in order to go somewhere. And sometimes it's just not that important. Hold on 1 second. I'm running the show by myself, so y'all cut me some slack. Wait, there it is. Gary, were you there? How do you know Ashby was there? I just got my internet back up. I mean, like literally 20, maybe 30 minutes ago. Gary, you didn't go all the way over there, did you? Hello to everybody in chat. Anyway, I'm just trying to Yeah, I know. Ain't that the damn truth, 3D? Nobody does. The new Night Owl show messed up, and that had nothing to do with me. I didn't touch any part of that, and people still blamed it on me. Oh, okay. Well, Gary said Wendell posted pics of him there. Wendell probably captured everybody. Wendell does the windling thing, the windled. If you've been windled before. Uh, hey, Debbie. But anyway, so guys, look, I'll make this brief. I had this planned for a whole different thing. Uh, but I'm gonna show it now just because what the hell? Uh, Jim, I saw Jim. Hey, brother, I saw pictures of you there with other people. That was before my internet crashed. Wendell got windled at Hollins. Yeah. Anyway, uh, Jim, hope you had a good time. Looked like a good event, man. I wish I could have been there. Anyway, all right, guys. They can tell you all about the conference. I wish I was there. That's about 6.5, 7 hours away from me. Just like Greg's place is 8.5 hours or so. So is Mark Green's. Mark Green might be a little bit closer to 9. You go a different way, but I go down there a couple times a year. But this was just something that I could not make. Michael X, I saw that you were there. I saw pictures of you. Anyway, hope you had a good time. Yarrington, hello. All right, y'all. That's a lot of hellos. I want to show you this, and then I'm gonna get off here. I did not expect to have a show today. Well, I didn't at about 10 or 11 o'clock uh, today, and that's why I canceled with the guest because the internet was down. But anyway, so I'm just throwing this out there. I feel bad that I wasn't at the conference. I feel bad that we didn't have a show today. So this is something that I was planning on doing, and I'm going to make this really brief. And maybe later we can come back and talk about this. This is for you. This is for everybody that watches the show. And if you go out in the woods and probably kind of a controversial subject. I don't think it is, not to me, but anyway. So let me show you something. I'm gonna throw up a video slide, okay? And these are possible. I say that term very loosely. They're probable. Possible Bigfoot structures. Okay. So whenever you hear people talking about this is such a complicated subject to get into, which is why I wanted to do it with other people. But I still want to show some stuff. 3D, damn it. That's fucking funny. I gotta post that. That's funny. You're an asshole. You're interrupting my show right now. Anyway, that is funny though. No, it's not controversial what you put white sauce on. Don't put it on anything. Dump it down the sink drain. Anyway, all right. So how can I put this? This is my opinion. I wish Misty and Greg and I wish other people were here to weigh in on this. But again, I'm just flinging this out there and I had it planned for something different. But if you can all accept that boogers are real, which again, like I've said so many times about our channel, I'm not trying to prove that boogers are real. If you believe it, great. If you don't, fine. I don't know what to say to you. You've not looked into the subject well enough. You've definitely not gone out with anybody that knows the real deal and tried to look into it. But on the structure thing, there is mixed sentiment in the Bigfoot community as far as structure. Do you, most of you, I mean, this is completely up to you. I'm putting this out there on my own. You can think about it any way you want. Do you believe that boogers throw rocks at people when they don't want them in the area? Do you believe that they break branches? Do you believe that they do howls, whoops, leave tracks? I mean, if so, then I'm on the same wavelength as that. But I'm going to show you some stuff, some pictures that I took, and this is like 20 pictures out of 600. I was just trying to illustrate a certain aspect of this thing. And before I even show the pictures, let me say this. Probably every picture that I'm going to show, I think anyway, is all at LBL or part of Daniel Boone. There might be one or two from Alabama, and most of it is from my area. And I'm going to tell you now that, in my personal opinion, in my area in southwestern Virginia, they do not do the same thing that they do in like other parts of the South, at least in my experience. They do not reply to calls. They don't. Well, that's kind of a loaded thing. They do to some degree at the right time of year, at the right place, but they do it different. So, like for example, I will say this: if you go to LBL at a certain time of year and you do a certain type of call, you're going to get a reply. And I only know all of it. It's not like I'm an expert by any means. Well, there are no experts, but it's not like I know this stuff because I thought of it on my own. All of this stuff was shown to me from people that have been doing it for a lot longer than me, and all of the credit goes to them. But I'm going to show you some pictures of structure, and later on we can talk about it. But let me say, if any of this looks familiar, if you found this stuff, um, in my opinion, I'll take complete responsibility for it. In my personal opinion, it's because you got boogers in your area. But anyway, I don't really want to stop and go through each one of them. Uh, but I'm just going to show it. And also, excuse me, I did not go through and blow up all of these photos. And at some point I can. It's probably for the best. I'm going to get a bunch of shit for posting this anyway. But here we go, guys. Look at this. Oh, I could tell you about each one of these. Yeah, some of this stuff is hard to see because it's so small. I should have taken the time to edit it, but is what it is. We go back and talk about it later. Hold on, I'm going to pause right there if I can. Nope. Let me go back. So, for everybody that asks, this is a very typical asterisk. This one is not laying on the ground, it's raised up, but that's an asterisk, just so everybody knows. No, we're not doing red circle, Jeff. asshole. Anyway, and this, the next one, hold on. That is what we commonly refer to as an A. A little bit different than an asterisk. We can go into depth on this later. I'm just trying to, I feel bad for everything that happened today, so I'm trying to give y'all something to look at and sink your teeth into. Ooh, this one, I wish that was blown up. Ah, damn it. Hold on. That one, that is branches. Well, that is trunks. It's like 3 trunks of that tree. I think it was a poplar, wrapped around the tree, pulled behind it, and other sticks stuck into it. Just so you know. That one's crazy. That's a double bow. And that double bow was, I'm going to pause. That double bow was right before you got to a trail that hunters walked in on that was beside a creek. And that was after I followed what we call a tall boy trail through the woods about a quarter of a mile. And I found that double bow. And that was shoved in the ground and pinned down, both. That's just showing the elevation that I was at. That, oh well, shit. I didn't mean to include that. That's me and my youngest. That is I would call that a star structure. There are a bunch of sticks shoved in between 2 trees right there, and they make that. That's a A, kind of different kind of A. Oh wait, I take that back. That's a teepee with the thing in the front. There's more sticks wrapped around another tree, shoved in the ground. That's kind of like a square, and they were weaved in and out. That's an A laying on the ground. Ooh, don't even ask about that. That's glyph. Boogers did that one. That's a common bow with something laying on top of it. Another A. That one's on the ground. I don't even know what you call that, but the way it's woven up and down, that's a break with a twist. That's another A, I think. It's hard for me to even see this. Well, can't nobody see that. It's a bow of some kind. I forget. Yeah, that's where X was woven through tree. That wasn't supposed to be in there. That's track. That's track. Huh? I, oops. That's not mine. Sorry. Okay, let me pause right there. There's other pictures in here that I didn't mean to do. A lot of that stuff was from my phone, and it's very hard to edit that stuff on the phone. So I apologize. Some of those probably shouldn't have been shown. And definitely that one cast, that was not mine. I take no credit for that. I'm sorry for showing that. Anyway, that's the way it goes. But those structures, I can tell you that hold on. Jeff, stop changing subjects, damn it. I will say I've seen rock stacks twice that I think were not made by hikers. I don't know if the rock stacking actually plays into this, in my mind, in my opinion, I think that there's a good chance that it does, but I don't know. I haven't seen enough to really weigh in on that. What I can tell you is this. I can tell you that in areas that I found tracks, gotten vocalizations, I have also seen structure to the point where it does not look like it was natural. It doesn't look like just a branch fell this way, another one fell on top of it. I'm talking about stuff that was weaved in over and under in elaborate patterns. And like some of the bows I've seen, and again, in the same area that I've gotten vocalizations and found tracks. Possible eye shine on some of it, possible, rock throwing on some of it. I don't talk a whole lot about my personal experiences because mostly the show that we do, it's not about us, it's about other people. And I want you to concentrate on that. I don't want to um influence anybody. I don't want you to think that I'm great at what I do or I know all the answers. I'm just trying to show you, like on the structure stuff. Oh, hey, Zed. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, that's it's what we try to do. We're just trying to help people. Uh, but anyway, I'm not trying to make it seem like we're experts or anything like that. These are my personal photos. I was going to do a long show about it and go through each one. Uh, the only reason I put it on pause is because I would have to coordinate it with like Greg and Misty and maybe Roger, maybe Kumbo, maybe some other people, and try to get their pictures. And it takes forever to edit the pictures and video and audio and all that kind of stuff to show it on here. But since we didn't have a show today, well, we had a show planned, me and Rusty, but I'm sorry, and we'll go back and we'll redo the show at some point. But it was a big conference. I hope y'all, most of you, got to go see it. If not, join the club because I didn't get to go either. And I just wanted to show you those real quick, probably kind of to emphasize, we actually go out and do this. We look for these things. Uh, we go to specific areas, and there's a lot of stuff that is behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff where there's campouts and stuff like that we go to that we don't make publicly available. And I mean, it's just the way it is, guys. That's how you do this kind of stuff. But I hope you got something from the pictures. Again, I'm sorry for not having like a real show today. Had one lined up, internet crashed. I'm supposed to be getting fiber optic here in about another month or so. So hopefully the internet thing will not be an issue anymore. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Other than that, that's just what I want to show you. This is just a little jumping in there and throwing some stuff out for people to look at, give you a little thing to go over, and you can go back and scroll through the video. If I do it again, I'll enlarge all of the photos. I'm sorry, it wasn't really ready to go. I just got the internet back, whatever, I don't even know, 40 minutes ago, 50 minutes ago, but like 15, 20 minutes before I got on here, got the internet back. So anyway, hope y'all had a good weekend. thank you for jumping on here and watching this. Hope you get something out of it. Love y'all. That's mostly all I got. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye.